Hey everyone, and welcome to The Theorist, here with your host, JC Wotero67, and guest, Alex Sinclair.
Hello, hello.
And today we're discussing Milestone Chapter 50 of Revelations.
I can't believe it's come this far already.
I know. Half
And
a century, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. But I mean, like, 50 is half of 100. Okay, you get my point.
if only it would go to 100, so then we could have like another milestone review.
Dude, that'd be cool. Maybe the sequel. It'll add
Ooh,
up to that.
that'd be nice. We could just count from 50 onto the sequel, so when it gets to 50
Yes.
chapters on the sequel.
Yes. And then 69 has to be, like, super sexy.
Yes.
Just saying. And it should be a threesome.
Yes. Very
Okay.
much so. Celia and
Yes.
Sebastian.
I love that Celium and Sebastian.
I don't know how to mix his name in with Celium, so
Oh, well, you had made up Sebeliel. You
Oh,
made it up. Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
I always remember that for some
It
reason.
was forever ago too.
Alrighty. Well,
Alright, going back to last chapter. AnimeCujo has officially let us know that the lamp smash with what's it called now? I forgot the name of the book.
Divine Comedy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was indeed unintentional, although still a classic scene that was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. When we asked her and she responded, I kind of felt like it was intentional on her part just because she wanted the lights off. And so that was the way to do it, I guess. But I guess it was unintentional on Ciel's part. That's how I saw it. I don't know.
Although technically, because Ciel is technically AnimeCujo, it was intentional all around.
There you go.
So
That works.
we just kind of vetoed her response of no, it wasn't intentional.
Right? Because we can do that. We can do whatever the heck we want on this thing.
Yes, we can.
Alright.
And also, as well as reaching milestone chapter 50, Revelations has officially been going almost a year and a half.
That's crazy.
I know, like, it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
I know. I'm just like, dude. I remember I first started reading it when we did this staycation in Arizona. We went to this hotel. We usually love going there, like, I don't know. When I was younger, we'd go there a lot, and then, like, we kind of stopped, but yeah, a year and a half ago, we were there, and I remember reading chapter 3 of Revelations on my phone, and I'm like, that's when I got inspired to do these reviews. So it's like a really cool, like, how do I call it? Memory or flashback? I don't know, whatever.
If only we could do, like, a little flashback sequence, like the
That'd be cool.
music.
Right? I could throw that in here all the time, you know? But yeah, too bad it's not Throwback Thursday. It could be Throwback Tuesday.
That's true, and if you post it on a Thursday.
Oh, there you go. Even better.
If you're listening to this on a Thursday, it is officially Throwback Thursday.
Yay.
If
Or
it's any
Throwback
other day,
Tuesday.
then I'm sorry.
Or, hey, well, Tuesday starts with a T, so...
That's true. It could be Throwback Wednesday, too. The hell with it.
Right?
Throwback every day.
Flashback Friday. Okay, we're getting so carried away with this. So yeah, I guess we can go ahead and toast to the milestone that AnimeCujo has reached before we start this review, so...
Indeed. Congratulations, AnimeCujo.
Yes, congrats, we love you. Okay, I'm gonna open my can. Hopefully this doesn't spill all over my bed.
I'm already
There we
drinking
go.
from mine. That was a horrible
Okay.
toast.
I know. Okay, let's do this again. Lift your can. Or
Okay.
bottle or whatever you have. I lift mine out too. Okay. I can't even talk.
I do not need soda to come out of my nose again this week.
Oh yeah. Let's not do that. So yeah. And for those of you concerned that I didn't clean my can, I did. Before I opened it. So. Okay. Enough of our drinking over here. And people out there, you're more than welcome to relish in wine and whatever the heck your favorite drink is. Anyway.
Indeed. Yes. Enjoy, and if
Celebrate.
if you get drunk, don't drive, because that's a bad idea.
Yes.
Drink responsibly.
And don't text and drive either.
Yeah, don't do that either.
That makes me angry.
Exactly.
You don't
And
want
you
me
don't
angry.
want you don't want the wrath of JC Botero.
Yeah. You'll get to see a little bit of it later on when I rant toward the end of this review. But anyway. we'll have Alex start this review off again.
All right.
Because that's just how we roll.
I'm taking over. Look at that.
I know.
All right. I'm going to start with this quote. And I'm just going to go ahead. The familiar circular area in the woods was again being visited, the ground still frozen, even though snow no longer covered the dirt and dead grass. Ciel blew into his hands, a vain attempt to warm them as he watched Sebastian slowly walk around the perimeter, wondering how in the world he had ended up in the same spot he had almost been killed numerous times once more. So it turns out the entrance to hell is where he was almost murdered by the triplets and saved by Sebastian during the carnival. And I think that's pretty fitting, I would say. You know, you almost died there, so why not have it be the entrance to hell? And, you know, it could possibly be his turn to save Sebastian this time. So that might be a fun little wraparound thing.
Yeah. And then I made notes on that quote, too. I especially noticed that phrase, even though I can't even talk, I'm so sorry, no longer covered the dirt and dead grass. So I don't know, when I read that, I was just like, oh, I remembered you had commented about, like, the endless winter, and it's kind of like, well, there's no endless winter, but I mean, there's still the whole Armageddon thing happening, so...
Maybe the lack of winter is foreshadowing to Satan's demise.
Ooh, that's a very good point there. I like that. And then, let's see, what else? So, when Ciel said he had ended up in the same spot he had almost been killed numerous times once before, I'm just like, dude, how do you have the precision to always go back to the same place and nearly get killed?
Right? Like, that's like...
If I were to go into the woods, I would never end up in the same spot.
Yeah, like...
I would, like, lose my ass in there, like...
Oh my god,
it's
the
like
corn
that corn maze! Yeah! Twinsies! Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, I mean, like you said, you mentioned the triplets, and then I think Hannah too, right? Hannah tried killing him at that same spot.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, what's his face? Lucifer possessed Spears.
Yeah. Also. I forgot about that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so those were the 3 instances that Ciel really died in the same spot.
I would never go back in those woods again. Like, seriously?
I know! After the second time, like, dude.
How are you,
learn your lesson, Ciel.
It's like the 4th time now. It's like, okay, really? You need to stop.
I know. Ciel's starting to make me angry. And this is way too early, okay? Because I get angrier with him later. Okay. Anyway, continue on.
Alright. It was amusing to see... Oh, Alois showed back up, finally, and I'm very happy. I missed him so.
Me too.
It was amusing to see just how seriously Alois was taking this, but the angel regretted having to involve anyone in this dangerous plan. And I'm just like, you know Alois will not be taking it seriously very long. And, spoiler alert, he doesn't. So, but, like, you can't expect Alois to be serious. Like, the fact that AnimeCujo even wrote that he was being serious is, like, an oxymoron.
Good word.
Thank you.
I love that word.
Me too.
I'm glad we could use, well, you used it in this review.
Jumbo shrimp. And, okay, Mr. Agni and Soma were a few feet back, the exotic priest carrying a long quarterstaff as a weapon, and his ward clutching a spiritual text in his hands. And my first thought was like, oh my god, because I'm trained in the quarterstaff.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's pretty cool that Agni has a quarterstaff, and I'm just like, oh my god! So now I'm twinsies with you and Agni, apparently.
That's so cool.
I just assumed Agni would be using his fist, like in the manga.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's a backup. I don't know.
There you go.
He could have blessed his fist ahead of time.
Oh, yeah, with the... Well, no, that wouldn't work. I don't know. I was going to say the venom, but it has to be injected. It can't be just, oh, I'm going to spill it on you.
That would be...
Like, I mean, for Agni to punch, like, Satan or Lucifer.
It would be so funny, though. Like, just walk up to Satan or whatever and just, like, throw a bottle of stuff on him. Like, that's just so funny.
Whoops, sorry. And I just noticed, too, when you read that quote just now, long quarterstaff.
Ooh. He needs to put that away. That is inappropriate.
like, just the way AnimeCujo phrased things in this, I'm, like, constantly picking up on that.
Right? It's
And
like
you all say I'm innocent.
Well...
And not just you guys, other friends of mine, too.
You're one of the more innocent of our quartet.
Yeah, I'm probably the most innocent of the quartet. That's
probably, yeah.
Alrighty. So, I have this quote to read, which follows what you just read. It was obvious that the holy man did not intend to let his apprentice fight, and instead had relegated him to reading protective scriptures. First of all, I need to point out, I just saw this right now, like, relegated. That's a cool word.
Yeah, it is.
We have a lot of cool words in this review.
Very often.
Yeah, I just, like, noticed it. I'd never noticed it before. Anyway, so my comment to that was, Soma is useful after all, because I know in, I don't even know, a previous review, you had said, oh, like, he's useless or something.
Yeah, that's like, very true. I did do that.
Now he has good use for something.
Kind of. It depends on how effective his reading is.
Watch him be, like, the best one.
Right? Like,
and he's not even fighting, like...
He's just, like, smiting dozens of demons by reading a book, and everyone else is, like, dying and, like, exploding, and Soma's just there, like... And it's, like...
Yeah.
He's the only one to survive.
Oh, gosh. That's horrible. And, like, I mean, this next one that you're about to read, I mean, speaking of dying, this is kind of sad. I hope it doesn't happen.
Dagger was busy checking his knives and swords, making sure they were balanced properly and fit for action. Dagger cannot be there. He needs to go home and go sex up Lizzie for the next however many hours, because I have a horrible feeling that he's gonna die.
No, I know, me too.
Because Lizzie's, like, finally happy for once, and it's just, like, now, great, you know, her stupid boyfriend's gonna die, and then she's gonna find out she's, like, pregnant or some thing. Like, and then it's just gonna be sad and depressing.
I was just gonna say, and I know you pointed this out before, like, if Lizzie and Dagger had a kid, like, if Ciel dies, like, his soul would go into their kid. So if Dagger does die, which I'm hoping he doesn't, like, I mean, that could happen with him and his son. I don't know.
That's true, but I don't know, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and read this quote real quick, because I kind of had the same thoughts. I'm like, oh, like, he can't die, like... So anyway, he had not wanted the senior to be here tonight. That was Ciel, by the way. And would have much rather had him stay with Lizzie. But Dagger had refused to be deadered, and as such was here now, ready to lay down his life if necessary. So when I read that last phrase, like, ready to lay down his life, I'm like, dude, is this a metaphor? Because I don't want it to be so. And I'm, like, worried now that something's going to happen to Dagger.
I am very worried, and we should ask AnimeCujo, like, the number of people that die in this story, if any.
Oh.
And then, like, based on that, we could talk about who we think is going to die.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think she would be kind enough to give us a number. I thought you were going to ask her, like, oh, is Dagger going to die? I'm like, she's not going to tell us.
I'm hoping it's not, like, you know, in, like, the 30s, like...
I know.
Oh, 30 people, you know, whatever. It's like,
I was gonna guess 10, but you get carried away there with 30. That'd be like everyone.
I know, but 10 is like everyone too. Like, there's not really that many people.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, okay, so, I mean, Lucifer's obviously gonna die.
Yeah. Unless he doesn't.
What's his face? Claude. And I almost said Spears, goddammit. Instead of Claude, I almost said Spears. Jesus Christ.
See, now it's your fault. It's not me.
Now it's my own fault, yeah. Oh, man. Okay.
But now whenever you make me sad talking about Sebastian or Ciel dying, I could just talk about Spears dying. And we'll both be sad and depressed.
I know. Okay. Enough about sad thoughts. Is this next quote going to be any happier? It's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soon, he and Eloise would step into a world that few would ever see while alive, and which they themselves may not escape. And now I'm worried about Eloise, because when we were talking with AnimeCujo on Facebook, she said, why is no one worried about Eloise? You know, and I was like, well, he can't die, so, you know, that's fine. And she's like, well, if I can justify it, then I can make it happen. And now I'm worried.
It's like, how dare you?
Yeah, like, why would you do that to me? Tell me he's fine, and then just be like, well, I can kill him if I want.
Right.
You are so mean.
I know. Oh, AnimeCujo. We still love her anyway, though.
Well, of course, and I'm sure in the next story, if it's, I don't even know, is her Nico story going to be Black Butler, or is it going to be something else?
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Black Butler. I thought that's what she mentioned.
I'm kind of hoping she does like Kuro stories forever.
Right? That'd be awesome. I know, this is like the one anime that I love reading fanfic on.
I know it's the only one I look up anymore because like I used to be, as I told you and AnimeCujo before, like I used to be like obsessed with like Yu-Gi-Oh, but when I was in like middle school,
Oh,
and I'd,
yeah.
I'd read like Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction all the time, and
That is so funny.
I kind of want to again just to see if it's gotten any better because back then, like no one wrote anything good, and like
Because we're all like younger then, I guess.
I always look for like the super long ones because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like to read, like, if a story's like 2 chapters long, I don't care about your 2 chapters. Go away. Like, I want like 50 or more chapters.
Right?
And that's how I find all of like the really good ones, like Devil's Canvas.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I found Revelations and Slow and Steady Seduction. And
It's simply meant to be.
yes,
I'm excited for that.
me too. I am very excited.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was like tree branching, I guess. But like, I think the only anime that I would ever refuse to read fanfic for is Samurai Champloo. I think it's just perfect the way it is. I don't want to read fanfic on it. Like, it is best left as it is.
I never understood like the people that read fan fictions about like sports stuff.
Oh.
Like, I don't want to hear about A-Rod having sex with Derek Jeter or something. Like, I don't know.
That's funny.
That's like weird to me. It's just like I'd rather have sexy time with people that don't necessarily exist.
Yeah.
Like people that I could never stand a chance with in a million years because they're not here.
That's funny.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, I just love reading fanfic on like anime. Like stuff that's fictional, I guess. But I mean, even the fictional stuff that has like real life actors in it, like, I don't know. I don't like really reading fanfic on that.
Yeah. It's just it's weird for some reason.
It is. Okay. Well,
anime guys are so much hotter anyway. So.
Yes. Alright. So enough tree branching about fanfiction.
Yes.
Even though we do review a fanfic, but whatever.
Going on to anxiety, something I know all too well.
Oh.
Anxiety was replaced momentarily with a feeling of immense gratitude. All these people had shown up here tonight to risk their lives for him. And I'm just like, you have a ton of friends, CL. Shut up. You know that all these people were going to show up. Because who all's there? We have Soma and Agni. And then we have Dagger. We have Beast and Joker.
Yes.
Are there. Sebastian, obviously.
And more people that we'll talk about.
Yes.
Later on.
They're late, which is very rude. But, you know.
That's funny.
Sebastian and CL had spent the day quietly preparing everything they would need for tonight. After the passionate evening, they had awoken in a somber mood, completely focused on the task ahead of them. Neither spoke much, except when it was necessary to communicate something of importance. The silence was unsettling, but they didn't have time to give in to emotions, and staying absorbed in the task ahead seemed the best to avoid that. I ran out of air at the end of my sentence. I should have breathed. And I don't know, if I was going on to my potential doom, I don't think I could spend the whole day all serious and stuff. I would want to have some sort of, I don't know, like comic relief or some sort of, you know, like I love you kind of thing beforehand. Because as emotional as it is, that could be your last chance, you know? Do you really want to go and die and know that, like, leading up to your death, you were all just, like, quiet and not talking?
Yeah.
Like, that just seems kind of blech.
Yeah, and then on your previous quote, I forgot to mention, because, like, I was kind of surprised when AnimeCujo was like, oh, this person was there, and this person was there. Like, I don't know why, I just thought, like, oh, well, it's just going to be, like, Sebastian, Eloise, and Ciel. But, like, I mean, later on, I'll just go ahead and say this now, I guess, like, I know Sebastian like opens up the portal and he's like, oh, you know, demons have a chance to come in, so that's why that group is there, so they can like stop demons from getting too far into Earth. Which I didn't like think about it before.
I didn't either. Like I assumed that it was just going to be like a one-way thing because it was open from their side. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't picture, you know, stuff coming out of it.
Yeah. Which makes sense, I guess, that stuff would come out of it. Especially with Armageddon kind of starting up, you know? So.
I just thought of something. We were talking about stuff coming out of it, and then what Eloise said it looks like.
Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. We'll get to that later. Oh, man.
Oh, Eloise, I missed him so much.
All right. I'm so excited for that scene that we get
I know.
Okay, so let's hurry with this and get there. All right, so next quote. Finian waved erratically at Ciel, a heavy steel mace being carried in his small hands, as Sister Rin bowed shyly. Hidden within the folds of her sleeve was a medieval crossbow and a quiver slung across the usually timid nun's shoulder. Even Bard was there, standing to the side, holding a double-sided axe. The gruff blonde chauffeur grinned slyly at his master, the unused cigarette still hanging from his lip. Ciel wondered if the man had ever actually lit one of those or just chewed on them for show. So my first thought was, you know, Mayrin has that crossbow, and I'm like, dude, why doesn't she have a sniper? Like, I was totally expecting that.
Right? It's modern times. She doesn't need a freaking crossbow.
But then I'm like, well, if it has to be a crossbow, like, why couldn't it be, like, a pistol crossbow?
Yeah, or have you ever seen, like, Van Helsing with, what the hell's his name? The guy that played Wolverine.
Oh, Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Sorry.
He had like a freaking like automated crossbow with like a big round thing full of arrows, and it shot like a machine gun.
That's cool.
It was really awesome.
That is awesome.
I want one of those.
Okay. Oh, and then my next note is on Bard, but I just realized something, because it's like he grinned slyly at his master, and I just remembered when you said we don't know what's happening between Ciel and Bard.
Oh.
When Bard drives him around, so I'm just like, whoa, not SMTB, wrong letters, BDSM, I'm sorry. Okay, I can't get my letters right. Okay.
Too many acronyms.
I know, right? All right, and well, anyway, the actual note that I had about Bard was the fact that his cigarette dangled from his lips reminded me of Augustus Waters from The Fault in Our Stars.
I love that book.
Yeah, it was a good one. I had quoted it, like, what was it? I don't know why, because, I had live tweeted 50 Shades of Grey when I read, like, the first book. I haven't even gotten to the other two because the main chick, like, really annoys the shit out of me. So...
I haven't even read the first one yet.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for the movie, though.
I
think I can tolerate that more.
I'm just really sad that we're not going to see any penis. Like, why do we always have to see vagina and boobs in movies, but we can't see a penis?
I know, right?
It doesn't make sense to me. It's like it's like the equivalent of the same thing, pretty much. So
yeah, that's true.
Apparently, just like none of the men they hire have, you know, decent jump. So.
Right? There are no Sebastian or Edward or William or Claude.
Grell. I'd rather not think about Grell's penis, but
I know, yeah, me neither.
It's really awkward.
But yeah, what was I saying? Sorry, I got carried away. Oh yeah, well, I was live tweeting, like I said, like, you know, my thoughts and stuff on, what's it called?
50 Shades.
50 Shades, thank you. And like, I don't know, for Fault in Our Stars, I didn't really tweet until there was a point where she mentioned, it was something about breakfast. Like, why do eggs have to be always considered like a breakfast food or something? And then, no, I think I remember now. It was something about, why can't we have curry for breakfast? I'm like, dude, I want that. Like, I'm so sick of breakfast food sometimes that I'm like, dude, I would so kill to have some curry. Like,
it's like, how many times can you eat like eggs and toast and pancakes and junk? Like,
yeah, or breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
I want a curry bun so bad.
I know. I want my friend, because my friend, she went to that Cordon Bleu school, and, like, she's my Sebastian. So I'm like, dude, like, for my birthday, make me curry buns. And she hasn't done it yet, but...
What a jerk.
Yeah. Eventually, one year, she'll have to.
Exactly. She can't have excuses every year.
I know. Maybe for con, if we ever go to con together, I want her to make me those buns for breakfast.
They look so good.
I know. Okay, enough talking about food.
Yes, because I'm hungry enough as it is.
Oh.
All right, and now my favorite person in the world shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Father Sutcliffe was sauntering over a few yards back. The flamboyant priest grinned widely at him. He casually carried something akin to a chainsaw in his right hand, almost giddy to have the weapon out, and once again CL decided that there was something very wrong with the holy man. And I'm just like, oh my god, Grell showed up, and he's actually going to do something other than annoy the crap out of William. Because that's all he's done so far, pretty much.
That's
is just
so funny.
It's true, though. Like, he just shows up, and he's like, hello, William. And then that's, like, all he does. And he's like, I'm fabulous, and I want your penis. And then, like, who cares about CL? We don't need him.
Yeah, you do.
I'm too deadly efficient. I don't know. That's...
You have your other quote to read that's like listed right there.
I do. So, like, my first thought when CL said that there's something very wrong with Grell, I was like, what would Grell say to that? And I thought of, the only thing very wrong with me is that William wouldn't let me use my chainsaw inside. And it's just like, I don't know. That seems like something Grell would do. Like, he can't use his chainsaw in the church, and it makes him sad.
Oh, okay. Like, I was just gonna ask you, like, use it how? Like...
I don't want to know what kind of weird kinky things that Grell could do with a chainsaw.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking, inside to, I don't know, destroy things.
Or cut up, like, the... What are those things at the pews? Like, you can... I mean, at least in my adoration chapel at church, like, you can pull out this thing where, you, like, the knee pad, I guess, so you can, like, kneel on it. So, I don't know, maybe it comes in, like, some long version and he's, like, chopping them up or something. I don't know. Did that sound really wrong?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay. That's so funny. But yeah, when I read that quote, I was, like, so excited. I'm like, yes, he's got his chainsaw. Like, it's not like May Rin, who doesn't have her friggin' sniper.
Yeah, right? Or, with your quote, or is it my quote? I think it's my quote again.
Oh, the Ronald one?
Oh, well, it was your quote also.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ronald didn't show up with a freaking lawnmower. Like,
I know.
I kind of expected him to, and I was like, what is he gonna do with a lawnmower? Like, in all actuality, not Death Scythe lawnmower, but like an actual lawnmower. Like, what would you do with that to fight demons? Have Agni hold them on the ground and then lawnmower their head, I guess. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah. That's awesome. We should do that. I should keep that in mind.
If the zombie apocalypse ever happens.
Story. Well, no, for like a story or something.
Oh.
Yeah. What was I gonna say though? Shoot. Oh yeah, well, lawnmower. It totally reminds me of this song from Genesis. It's called, what's that song called? Oh, I really like this song too. Oh, In Your Wardrobe or something is the name of the song. But yeah, there's like a line where it's like, me, I'm just a lawnmower. You can tell me by the way I walk or something like that.
My goodness.
Anytime I hear the word lawnmower, I always remember that song. Because it's a really good song. Anyway, so...
it's called I Know What I Like by Genesis.
Yes.
I know what I like in your wardrobe.
Yeah, in your wardrobe is in parentheses. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to the Brother Ronald quote. Brother Ronald gave the angel a small smile, nodding his head as he deposited the sack he had been carrying on the ground. He quickly pulled out a slew of medical supplies, Bibles, crosses, and other various charms.
All that fit in the sack. That's kind of shocking.
Oh my gosh. So I'm just like, ah ha ha. That sounds so bad reading it from the sack. But yeah, he's the med of the group. And for a second there, when I read that, I almost pinned him as the hot doctor that Angelina's dating. But I think the guy she's dating is like a pediatrician. And I don't even know if Ronald's trying to become a priest. So, I mean, their relationship wouldn't work out. So, yeah. That's all I had to say about that. And I guess
I missed the sack part. That's something that
I know! I was so disappointed.
I don't know why I missed it. I can't believe I missed something that great.
I know.
I was just too busy thinking about the lawnmower.
Yeah. Or you were too busy thinking about the next line of Cielium.
That's true.
Alright, so this is Ciel's quote. I'm breaking it up piece by piece because I have several responses to like each word or pair of words he says. So here's this first one.
Oh, by the way, Father Spears has finally showed up.
Yes, he has. I totally skipped over his entrance because I just wanted to jump straight to this and save William best for last. So just pointing that out. Anyway, so Ciel's all like, you came. And I'm like, oh yeah, you bet he came.
I had the same thought. I was like, you're damn right he came.
And then Ciel's like, how? I don't know why I always give him that voice. Maybe I should practice my Brit Ciel so I can do well on the scene recording that we have coming up. Anyway, how? Well, that's how it works biologically down there, sweetheart. Or do you mean the circumstance? Because he probably thought about you while showering and pleasured himself. That was my reaction to his how question. And then his why question. Like, do you even have to ask why? Because he's freaking crazy about you. Like, he wants you. He lusts for you. Like, come on. Okay, I'm sorry. and then, this next quote, the father smiled and reached out to gently caress the angel's cheek. And I'm just like enjoying, like, this freaking fangirling moment. And I just remember that picture I shared with you guys the other day.
Oh my god, where I fangirled and I can't get up.
Yes, that.
Oh my god.
So beautiful.
Right after you sent me that picture, I saw one of those commercials.
Oh my god.
And I lost it. Like, I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And then I was thinking of, like, ship names, like, for each lady that showed up on the screen. And I was like, oops, she thought about Cielium. Oops, that one was Sebastian and Ciel. And then, like, I couldn't even.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Was Brody there? Like,
no, he was at work.
Oh.
I had the TV on mute because I always have it on mute.
Okay.
Because I just like having it on, like having something flickering off to the side of me is just, I don't know. And I was just like watching it on mute. And I was just like making up voices for these old ladies that were on the ground.
God, so you should have recorded that next time.
I will have to because it was just too funny.
Please, that's beautiful. Oh my god. I don't think I can even move on right now because that's just so funny. Okay, oh man. So, oh man, no, I don't want another laugh attack. We need to get to that scene. I'm like desperate for it. Okay. So next quote. Apparently even I am not immune to petty human emotions, Spears explained, gazing into the wide blue eyes, and Ciel wrapped his fingers around the man's wrist. However, I am an honest man, one of God, and because of that, I will admit when I have been wrong. And I'm just like, oh yeah, Ciel, you wrap those little fingers around that wrist.
That's not what William wanted him to wrap them around, but...
Oh! That's true. It's a start, man. I mean, they're, like, with people. Like, people are there.
That's true. It's probably the same thickness, so...
Ooh. Hello. Okay. Continuing on here. Please, I ask for your forgiveness. The priest begged quietly, lowering himself to one knee as he bowed deeply in reverence to the angel. And I'm like, dude, is he gonna propose? Heck yes, do it. Or maybe he's getting down on his knee to give Ciel a good sucking in front of everyone. Like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, right? Like, that wouldn't piss off Sebastian or anything.
Exactly. Sebastian will just join in.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Boom, yes. Right there in the woods.
When are we gonna write this threesome?
Right?
Let's do it. So now with like everybody around. Okay, sorry.
Ciel gasped at the action, feeling completely out of place at seeing his spiritual advisor take a submissive role before him. Ooh. And I'm just like, well, damn. Apparently William doesn't mind bottoming. And then I was just like, new one-shot idea, question mark. Ooh. I'm not gonna write it, but someone will.
I won't either.
And then I was just like gasped at the action. Because it's just funny.
I know, I love it. Such choice of phrases AnimeCujo has.
Right? Everything is just so deliciously smutty, like, subcontext-wise.
I know. Maybe she should write that one-shot idea. Or Black Rose Eden can.
Yes.
One of those two has to do it. But yeah, so then, yeah, when I read that quote, I'm like, Ciel, you're the submissive one, baby. But, okay, whatever.
Keep dreaming.
Right? That's so funny. How many quotes do I have? I'm sorry. I just got really carried away with Celium because I love them so much.
That's okay.
Father Spears reached for the small hand, leaning forward to place a soft kiss upon the back of it, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, yeah. I'm like excited, fangirling again.
I can picture you just like at work, just like exploding while reading this, just like having panic attacks from.
I know, I read this at work, that's true. I'm trying to remember how I reacted. I was just probably like with a smile on my face, and my coworkers probably looked over and are like, what the f is wrong with her?
Like, I could picture you, like, I don't know, like, listening to, like, whatever you have to listen to or whatever, and then just, like, talking, like, out loud while reading this, like, oh, oh my god! And then, like, just, like, people looking over, just hearing these things coming from your station.
Right? Freaking out my coworkers.
Everyone's just like, what the did she win the lottery? Like,
right? Yeah.
The Cielium lottery.
The Cielium lottery. What was I gonna say? I can't even remember what I was listening to that day. So on with some more Cielium and Sebastian even. Ciel shot a panicked look to Sebastian, not wanting to incite the man's jealousy now. Yet the demon stood there quietly, watching as everything unfolded. And I'm like, that's right. Be jelly, Sebby, because they are meant to be. Okay?
Simply meant to be.
Yes. Alright.
I just had a thought, like, watching as everything unfolded, and I'm like, damn, it's that long that it has to fold? Like, you know. That's kind of intense.
Right? That, or, like, I also saw it as, like, oh, like, you know, he's watching things unfold, and pretty soon he's gonna jump in and be a part of that threesome.
And ravage the both of them.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna be, like, the Uber... I almost said Uke.
Don't pull a me now. No, I said Ume, but, you know.
Yeah, no, I almost said Uke, but then I'm like, nope, it's Seme. Okay, so next quote. Ciel, I have known you almost your entire life, he stated calmly, peering through crystal spectacles at the angelic face above. In that time I watched you grow, from small, frightened little boy to awkward, insecure teen. And I totally thought of Tice at that moment. And then to brave and virtuous young adult. The priest paused and squeezed the small hand lightly. However, it is only recently that I have been able to see you as you truly are, a man. Standing up, he towered over Ciel once more. And I'm just like sitting there like, okay, I'm awaiting like a kiss here, like, come on, bring it.
It's funny, like, two of those things seem kind of like insulting. You were small and frightened and awkward and insecure, and now you're alright.
And now you're a man. And I want to ravage you. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not kidding. But yeah, no, just now when I read the a man phrase, or the pair of words, whatever you want to call it, like, I just remember there was this Invader Zim episode, and it was like that video game thing or something. And so then
I love that episode.
Div is in the parking lot with those rat people, and one of them is just like this like rat lady, and she's just all like, I was once a man. I totally just remember that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Another laugh attack. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, so anyway, moving on with this Cielium hotness right here. Ciel lunged forward. Oh shoot, sorry. No, I accidentally like scrolled down, so I thought I like scrolled past it, and I'm like, oh no. Okay. Let me start that over. Ciel lunged forward, thin arms raising to encircle the man's neck, and pulling him into it, and I'm like, oh like, what's happening? And then it's like a tight embrace, and I'm just like, oh, never mind. I still love it though, because a hug is a hug. Like, that's physicalness right there.
Yeah, anyway. It's approaching sexiness.
Yeah.
It starts with a hug.
Exactly. And then a kiss, and then a make out. and so on and so forth. Anyway, he squeezed his eyes shut and inhaled the familiar and comforting scent of wool and incense on the heavy robes. Father Spears held the angel close, burying his face in the slate head, as a quiet sob rocked the small frame. A single tear slipped down the priest's cheek, unbidden and unnoticed by the others. And I'm just like, oh, it's like such a sad, cute little moment between the two of them.
They were remembering their sexy time back in his office.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then frickin' buzzkill right here.
Don't insult my man. How dare you?
I'm sorry. You will need these. Sebastian interrupted, stepping between them and giving the holy man a hostile look. And I'm like, dude, don't ruin I can't even talk. Don't ruin the moment, buzzkill. Like, go away. And then I almost, like, I don't know. I guess I'll talk about it. I think it's dumb, but... Okay, so when I was writing in the word buzzkill, I'm like, whoa, like, B from, like, Sebastian, you know? And so I'm like, I was trying to come up with, like, a play on Sebastian's name, so I was gonna come up with, like, Sebuzzkillchin? I don't even know. Yeah, it was kind of dumb, so I was like, I won't use that, even though I just talked about it right now, but yeah. So that is it for me on the Cellium part. I'm sorry, I, like, totally took over there.
Yeah, it's all good. Love your fangirling moments.
Thank you.